Peace, family. Welcome to another episode, Underground Railroad Productions. This is your host, Rich, joined once again with the living legend, Professor Griff. Welcome back to the show, brother.
Greetings, Brother Rich, and it's always a pleasure to be back here with you, good brother.
Yo, Red Pill told me I need to change my name from Brother Rich to Father Rich now, man. You said it got to be Father Rich.
Yeah, man, you've elevated, bro. It's Father Rich.
You know how Little Wayne, when he's young, he's Little Wayne, and then
right.
once they get older, they drop the little off their name, like Little Bow Wow. Now he's just Bow Wow, you know.
Right.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back, my brother. Good to have you back on the show. People always love it when I have you back on.
Give thanks, man. Give thanks.
I want to talk to you briefly tonight. It's late. I know you got things to do, my brother, but I had to touch base with you on some things going on in the media, television, that I know affect the way our people think, affecting the perception of our people all over the world. And what I'm talking about is the R. Kelly situation, as well as the Michael Jackson situation. We all talked about Michael Jackson before. I've never seen somebody affect so many people in my lifetime like Michael Jackson. I mean, people all over the world know his songs. People used to pass out at his concerts. I mean, it was a sight to see. Never seen that duplicated again. Situation with R. Kelly, songs sung all over, graduations, funerals, everywhere you could think of, my brother. We have a situation this weekend where two black women, Gayle King and Oprah Winfrey, Oprah did the thing with the documentary. She aired that on her station. Gayle King did the interview with R. Kelly, and some people are as usual, some people are very happy, some people are very upset. Me and you talk about this thing called white supremacy a whole lot over the past year, a couple of years, 3-4 years. My question to you, my brother, is: are you more seeing what happened with the interview and everything in the documentary? Are you more happy that a sexual predator justice is being served with a sexual predator, or are you looking at it through a different lens where you're more upset that this can be a victory for the system of racism and white supremacy?
That's a very interesting question. It's almost borderline a loaded question. My emotional state when it comes to viewing this, I didn't really pay any real attention to it. I looked at it from different angles, Brother Rich. Not because I'm doing an interview with you. I looked at it from different angles simply because, A, I'm a black man, and I know the hunt is on for black men. However they can get the black man, whether you're living, whether you're dead, whether you're famous, whether you're a little boy going into a black man and playing with a gun in the park, or whether you're selling cigarettes, or whether you're just walking down the street. I know the hunt is on. The hunt has always been on. So for somebody to say and look at it from that perspective, like, oh man, they setting black men up and they putting black men down. They after the black man. Well, they've always been after the black man. That ain't nothing new. That's nothing new. No, I'm not looking at it, Brother Rich, from the perspective of I'm a dad. Well, I am looking at it because I'm a dad and I'm a granddad, and I'm going to protect my children. I am looking at it. So I do want sexual predators off the street. I want them handled and dealt with, definitely, whether they white or black. Some people have asked me just straight up over the last few days, did I see the Michael Jackson thing? Do I think he's guilty? And that kind of thing, just straight up, because they said, okay, well, Griff is a stable-minded dude. Let me ask him. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, Brother Rich, to answer your question directly, I'm looking at it from different angles. Somebody asked me, am I putting the conspiratorial view of it? Have I ever looked through that lens? And I'm like, well, in any case, dealing with them coming after black men, you have to at least investigate it to the point where it look through that lens at least once or twice. Like, wait a minute, is it a conspiracy that they're coming after black men? You understand what I'm saying? But you got to understand something, Brother Rich. Oh, Kelly don't fit that. You don't fit that proud black man that everyone should look up to and follow, and he needs to be looked at as a role model and that kind of thing? Absolutely not. Not at all. Somebody asked me that today, and I had to look them in the face and be like, let me tell you something, man. We'd even be going through this if it was left up to me with this R. Kelly situation. So stop, man. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, come on. So answer your question directly. I look through different lenses, Brother Rich, because I have to step back and look at it for exactly for what it is, Brother Rich. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Michael Jackson, to me, is innocent. R. Kelly, to me, from where I'm sitting, is guilty. Plain and simple. Plain and simple.
Do you think our people need an education on the people who are happy, and which is totally understandable that R. Kelly, finally got caught up after the documentary aired on Lifetime. Do you think they need an education on the importance of having a good PR job in terms of world dominance? Because, white people, I mean, no matter what they do, their PR, their public relations, the image they portray themselves as, they're not going to put themselves as pedophiles or anything negative at all. So do you think we're just looking at it from a moral standpoint and we're missing the importance of world dominance and the importance of, public relations and imagery?
I think we are, because they already knew that they did a job on the masses of the people, and they know how to spin stories, and they know how to say certain words and do certain things to win people over and win in the court of public opinion. You understand what I'm saying? So once they do it all the time. Look at all the conflicts that are presently going on in the world. They got the American people thinking that, we're fighting for democracy around the world. No, you're not. You understand what I'm saying? You're fighting to keep the rich rich and the poor poor. But the masses of the people don't know it. This is why the masses of the people pay taxes to the point where they take that money and build the military-industrial complex. But the masses of the people are so stupid, they don't know. They know. They just want to be ignorant, though. But when you tell them, they want to fight you. And it's like, wow, I'm just trying to wake you up. Well, I don't want to be awakened. I'd rather stay asleep and safer. Like, damn. All right, well, excuse me. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, Brother Richard, you get a good PR person, you can beat any case. And then later on, when we do find out the truth, it's almost like, well, it's beyond the statute of limitations, so we can't do anything. I looked at R. Kelly's face when Miss King was doing the interview. When Gayle King was doing the interview, and I said, wow, this dude, he's believing his own lies. This dude is delusional. She asked him, did you ever sleep with any underage girls? And he was like, no. I'm like, wow, did you not sleep with Aaliyah and marry her when she was underage and change the birth certificate, marriage license, and everything else? Yeah, did you not pay other families off of women that you slept with that was underage, and you settled those cases out of court to the tune of hundreds of thousands of dollars? So how could you look at the camera and say that? You understand what I'm saying? But if you look at it from, I guess, some of these pro-black, crazy, radical dudes is like, yo, they out to get the black man, son. I'm like, stop that, bro. And I know it's a lot of these men that are saying that. I asked one brother, I said, do you have children? He was like, no. I said, well, bro, you don't know what that's like as a man. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody harming your child. You understand what I'm saying? Can I admit, from one perspective, I think the parents are greedy, money hungry, savages. Yeah.
Right. I was going to ask you that because it's obvious R. Kelly's a monster, but I wanted to ask you about the other people in the documentary. The other people in the documentary, his ex-wife, the parents. I mean, are they to blame as well for situations like this? We see molestation in the community, whereas a lot of the adults, they're not stopping it. They didn't cause it, but they could have stopped it if they wanted to. So we often don't talk about that as well in our community.
Well, my thing is, I think we talk about it, but we only talk about it to the point where it falls into the category, into the shopping basket of gossip. There's a gossip shopping bag is filled, brother. The shopping cart is filled. The gossip column is filled. The rumor mill is filled. The talk before, during, and after church is filled. We got that going on all day long. And now it's memes and cute little stuff online and on Facebook and YouTube and the gram. You understand what I'm saying? But real talk, when it comes to real people, real lives, protecting real young girls, oh no, we don't have that serious conversation. We don't have that conversation to put something in place to stop the next set of R. Kellys. So I'm saying to you, when are we going to start taking into account that young girls' lives, black girls' lives, are endangered all across this country? And for us to turn a blind eye for 20-something years on the R. Kelly situation and give him a pass, and then even at the same exact time, the man's supposed to be married, right upstairs, and underage children downstairs getting raped and molested, sexually molested. Nah, stop that. There's people around him that knew. You understand what I'm saying? And should have said something. I'm telling you right now, Brother Rich, I'm saying all of them should go to goddamn jail. All of them should be investigated. Because you're complicit. Am I right or wrong? If I knew that Brother Rich was raping young girls, and I didn't say anything, but I knew this, I had first-hand knowledge of it, and I didn't say anything, hey, I'm just against you, man. Because I let it happen. I let it happen. You're not going to tell me you're going to be in the same house with this man and be this man's bodyguard, road manager, be this man's friend, be this man's producer, or whoever, and spend the amount of time that you spend with him and you not know what's going on. Stop that.
Do you think a lot of people feel as though these girls are brainwashed and, they're going out there and they're recruiting other girls with R. Kelly and he got a whole, a cult full of women and they don't blame the woman because they feel as though the women are brainwashed. They're just psychologically damaged from the being molested. So people feel sorry for them. My question to you, Professor Griff, is if people feel sorry for them, and I'm not sure if you feel sorry for them as well, do you also feel sorry for R. Kelly for being brainwashed and manipulated when he was young? Because I'm sure whoever was molesting him was convincing him that it was all right and fucking with his head psychologically. So just like the girls, people feel sorry for the girls. Do you feel sympathy for R. Kelly for going through the molestation as well?
Yes. Hurt people. We don't know the degree of damage that was done to R. Kelly when he was young by a family member. So we don't really know how and what the damage that was done to say, okay, listen, we have to stop this train and get this individual some help. So the sympathy definitely is there because he didn't ask to have that happen to him. You understand what I'm saying? And I do feel sorry for the girl. And I do have sympathy for R. Kelly for what happened to him in his early life. You understand what I'm saying? But there comes a time where you grow up and you have to be accountable and take responsibility for what you are doing to other people, Brother Rich. You understand what I'm saying? R. Kelly needs help. You understand what I'm saying? R. Kelly needs help. And even if he doesn't want to get the help, R. Kelly needs to know that these young ladies, that he have around him, 30 years younger than him right now, their family members are looking at them like, wow, my daughter's changed. Let's at least just get her looked at. You understand what I'm saying? Grandma wants to see you. You understand what I'm saying? And when you don't respond to basic things, your little sister said hi, grandma want to see you, basic stuff. If that don't touch something inside of you, then yeah, there's some definite brainwashing going on, Brother Rich. You're desensitized, man.
I was watching the program earlier and they were the people on the show. I don't know what the name of the show is, but with Gayle King and the rest of the anchors up there, they were disgusted at the fact that you could see it all in their face and the little slick things they were saying. They were disgusted at the fact that R. Kelly had 2 girlfriends, and they were asking questions like, "Well, he had 2 girlfriends and they lived together and this and that." Do you think it says something wrong with our society that a man with 2 girlfriends is looked at crazier than a man with a man? A man with a man that dates a man or has sex with a man, that's more normal than a man who confidently walks into a room with 2 of his girlfriends. Is that a problem? Is that something is that a sign that says something's wrong with our way of thinking, Professor Griff?
Well, they've normalized deviant behavior throughout the society, throughout every aspect of this society. They've normalized this deviant kind of behavior. Whatever kind of behavior it is that they wanted to push, I'm talking about Europeans wanting to push on anybody around globally. The Sex Imperative by Imani Baruti talks about that. Wherever they went, they imposed themselves on other people, and their sexual deviancy became the norm. And people have just kind of married on to it and accepted the fact. You understand what I'm saying? But in growing up among men, among males, among grown males now, it's almost like, damn, dude, you ain't got 5 or 6 chicks and you yada yada yada. Whoop, man. If I was you in your position, I'd have. It's like, wow, for real. So it's almost like people already know you got a wife, you got your main girlfriend, but you got other chicks that you mess with you. That almost seems like it's the norm now. And it almost seems like out of place if you just a straight up dude, you cool, you work hard, that's my wife, this is my family right here, take care of my family, and this is my wife. You understand what I'm saying? I got some close friends, I got some elders, you understand what I'm saying? And that kind of thing, and I'm good with that. I'd have to have 5 or 6 other chicks around town, cross town, in other states, and whatever. That almost seems like it's like, wow, what's wrong with you? I'm like, damn. We look and view the institution of marriage as though it's a ball and chain, as though it's something to be locked down and tied down to. Because what do you do for fun, Professor Griff? I used to get asked this question all the time. Man, you're so hard and so you're militant and so, like, what do you do for fun, man? Do you? And I'm like, wow. You got to do all the deviant things and the disrespectful things in life, drink, smoke, get high, just bag any chick anywhere at any time, and that comes up under the umbrella of fun? No, I would think not. So, Brother Rich, we have to understand something. If this behavior has been forced on us and we've been beaten down so much so to the point where we've accepted this deviant behavior, some people may say it's not deviant. It's not deviance. Some people just say, well, that's the way I wanted to live my life. There's nothing stopping you and no one saying anything. Like, live the life the way you want to live it. But why is it that those of us that want to live this kind of life, it's almost like it's shunned, we're talked about, we're criminalized. All right, we're boring, we're all these other things. And it's like, absolutely not, Brother Mitch, to answer your question. We as the people need to get back to our God self, to our African self, and we need to put in place not only the institution of marriage, but the institution of family, taking care and looking out for our elders. And we need to look at the R. Kelly situation like, wait a minute, someone like Dream Hampton said in the interview that she did, says, who's going to look out for the girls? Who's going to speak? Who's going to be the voice for the young women? Any 14-year-old is impressed by a 40-something-year-old man who's a star, Brother Rich. You know that, right or wrong. I'm saying if you're impressed by young women are impressed by older men. Look, you said it earlier in the interview tonight. You said these women were passing out looking at Michael Jackson. Little young 12, 13, 14, 20-year-old women passing out when Michael Jackson came on stage. So can you imagine meeting Michael Jackson in person and hanging out with him? Oh, yeah, brother. There's going to be a degree of that happening. You're going to be in awe. You're not going to want to upset him. You're not going to want to do a whole bunch of things. You're definitely going to listen to him. And whatever happens is going to happen because Michael Jackson right now is responsible and in control. The same with R. Kelly. But as we put their heads on the chopping block, we can also say the Weinsteins and the rest of them. And you know there's a long list of them, right or wrong. Okay.
Professor Griff, a lot of people might feel as though what Gayle King and Oprah Winfrey did was part of this Steve Harvey formula for success where, integrity or anything goes out the window and you got to do what you got to do to get that bag. Would you be upset? Let's say your wife was in a position like Gayle King or Oprah and had her own media. Would you object to her doing what Gayle King or Oprah did? Do you see something? Is that something? I mean, if they think that R. Kelly is guilty, is it okay that Gayle King did what she did, or is this something that you got to say, hold up, you got to look at the bigger picture? I'm not cool with that.
Oh yeah, I definitely have to pull my wife by a coat and say, listen, let me talk to you for a second. I wouldn't advise that you do that. Not at all. As many white and now Asian reporters that they have on the scene, white men, white gay men, black gay men, all kinds of people now that are on the scene as reporters. You mean to tell me you could not have had any of them interview R. Kelly? Why would you send a black woman? 2 black women. One after Michael Jackson legacy and Michael Jackson, and one after R. Kelly. Why 2 black women? Of course, when you're looking at it through the conspiratorial lens, Brother Rich, it does look fishy. And to answer your question directly, I have to say, nah, Weissy, we're not doing that. Nope, not at all. No. I don't care how guilty we think the man is. Absolutely not. We're not going to be the ones to put the nail in the coffin. Not on that level. Not in that situation. Ever. No. I don't care what they say you on your job. Tell them to call me.
Wow, man. What do you think this term toxic masculinity is becoming more and more and more popular in our culture? Do you have a problem with people using it? Do you think it's necessary to address? Or do you think it's being used once again as a tool for racism and white supremacy, Professor Griff?
I've heard it in different circles, though, Brother Rich. Let me hear how you heard it.
Well, I've heard black women use it. I've heard white women use it. I mean, I pretty much heard it used. It's pretty much becoming pretty common all across the board. In terms of hip-hop, it's being used. We would agree how much they degrade hip-hop, women in hip-hop. So it's being used in that circle. It's being used in terms of, I think, in terms of a man just being masculine, period, is considered toxic masculinity at this point.
Right.
So
that's how I heard it. Just you being a man, you understand what I'm saying? Just you coming home from work and your old spicer wore off or your damn deodorant. That's just you're toxic now because you're too much of a man. You're a real man. You're a man's man. So that is toxic, and we don't want you in this. And it's like, wow. So me being a real man is making you uncomfortable.
Right.
So I have to turn the volume down on my manhood so that you won't feel uncomfortable. Well, I'm sorry. That's just not going to happen. I am not going to be less than a man to make you more of whatever it is that you want to be because you feel on a subconscious level inferior to me and whoever you think I might be. You feel inferior because I am being myself. Well, no, we're not going to do that. I'm absolutely sorry. Yeah. No. So who is it, though, that comes up with these terms, Brother Rich? See, the term has to fit the agenda. The agenda has to fit the ultimate goal. And once we start looking into those layers,
I can't hear you as good as I heard you earlier. Is there anything
can
different?
you hear me now?
Right. Yeah. Better. Yeah.
I think the terms that they come up with, Brother Rich, has to fit the agenda, and the agenda has to fit neatly into the puzzle. And once you start putting the pieces of the puzzle together, and you put the magnifying glass over it, and you start to look at it, then you can start unpacking it and say, now, wait a minute. They're using these terms now because now there's laws that they want to pass. You understand what I'm saying? And these people fit up under these laws. And this is the reason why we have so-and-so law now, simply because men are acting too much like men, and, you know, we're not giving room for this, that, and the other. So now we have to have bathrooms where everybody can just go in one bathroom and just everybody can pull out their penis or sit on the toilet or change the baby's diaper, all in the same bathroom. No. Nah. But it starts way down the road, Brother Rich, with these terms that they come up with. You understand what I'm saying? So when you start looking under the microscope and say, well, okay, wow, gender neutral. Okay. Ask the pregnant woman. Sorry, hey, how you doing? What do you do? You have names? We joke. She's smiling, we laughing. I said, well, you want a boy or a girl? She says, well, we're not giving the baby a sex, a gender. And she was dead serious. And she was dead serious. I don't know what that's about. I've never heard of that. Homosexual people, if y'all listening to this, don't try to come at me all crazy. I didn't get the handbook. I didn't get the in-office memo. I don't know what these terms are. I don't even know what that is. I've never in my life heard of that. Yeah, to end the conversation there because I didn't want to insult the woman. Do you understand what I'm saying? On trying to speak of or agree or disagree on something I knew absolutely nothing about.
They actually signed a bill in New York that on the birth certificate, instead of, besides boy and girl, you can put an X. So it's gender X now. So, what's his name? De Blasio, I think the mayor's name. De Blasio. He signed the bill, yeah. So
De Blasio?
Yeah, De Blasio.
Huh?
Yeah. He signed the bill saying that for birth certificates, it could be male, female, or X. So yeah, it's kind of, things are going in a different direction. You know, it's funny, Griff, and this is just going a little bit off the topic, but I guess we'll end it here because I know you got things to do and it's late, my brother. I seen a report and there was a story on the internet, and I also heard Alex Jones talking about it. He was on a Joe Rogan show recently, and a lot of the sports competitions, the transgenders that are joining them, the men that are saying they're women, they're winning, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously,
right.
because of biology. So people that were for and didn't have a problem with, if you're transgender, once you say you're a woman, you're a woman. But now that they're dominating the women who were born women, people are beginning to second guess or, think twice about this idea of, gender equality or, a man could call himself a woman. It kind of eliminates, think about it. If men get involved with a lot of things women are in terms of sports, obviously, physically, for whatever reason, biology, we are dominant physically. We're built a certain way.
Right.
So it's kind of interesting, Professor Griff. People are starting to think twice about this idea. What's your thoughts on that about men starting to win all the competitions and taking trophies away from women who were born women? What's your thoughts on that, brother?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a larger uproar. I just thought white women across this country was going to take a bolder stand and be like, no, we have to do something about this. Women's sports should be women's sports. You understand what I'm saying?
I think it's just the beginning. It might just be you might be right, but it might be, I don't know. What you think? You think it's going to get eventually?
I heard it, and then it seemed like it just died down, and it never came back. It never came back up. And I just said to myself, wow. I mean, but we have to understand something, Brother Rich. People that are asking these questions, You. People that are answering these questions, me. People that are listening to the question and the answer and how we answer, how we ask and how we answer these questions are going to approach this with a either you for or against. I love Griff or I hate him. I used to love him. After this interview, I hate his little curly head ass. After and they look at it from that perspective, not knowing that once they listen to this, they might. This should cause people to think, like, wait a minute, are my children's children going to have to be faced with this? Oh, wow, hold on, brother. This is asking some very intricate questions that I might need to stop and press the pause button before Professor Griff answers it, and let me answer this question for myself. Let me say that again, brother Rich. Are you following what I'm saying, though, Rich?
Yes, definitely. Yes.
You're asking the question, right? People are listening to this right now. I'm asking, and I'm saying to you right now, why don't people pause this and answer that question in their own head first before they hear my answer? Mm-hmm. Then and only then are we are able to take a step back and look at it like, wait a minute, 10 years down the road now, am I going to be faced with the fact that I'm being charged with being this toxic, masculine kind of individual on my job, in my church, in my organization, in my political organization? Well, how is that going to affect me? How is it going to read on the ballot poll when we have to check male or female and I check X? How is it going to look politically? How is it going to work out for my children economically and financially later on in when I pass away? What is it going to say in the will? You understand what I'm saying? How are these terms and these questions that you're asking going to affect the individuals' lives that are listening to this, rather than judging you and I? Because this is only, and I'm going to use the word I said I never used to like to use, this is only your perspective. This is only Professor Griff's perspective, right or wrong. Mm-hmm. And this is why people tune in to listen. Oh, I want to hear what Professor Griff got to say about that. Mm-hmm. And we're being faced with this every single day, Brother Rick. And if you take a step back and look at it, the real men now are almost seem like they're running and hiding. Real men are saying, damn, I can't even be a real man. You understand what I'm saying? Without being attacked on the news, without being attacked politically in academic fields, without being attacked on my job. You understand what I'm saying? I'm walking in a bathroom, and now it's just kind of gender X bathroom. Anybody could be in a goddamn bathroom. I was like, okay, wow. Is this the world that we're living in? Is this the world that our children are going to inherit, Brother Rich? That's the question I have for the people that's listening. Until we stand up and take a definitive stand on who we are as a people and operate in our own culture in the way we operate as human beings, as proud Black African human beings, I say it's going to be some issues and some battles that we're going to have to fight until we win the war. And some people might say, well, what is winning the war? Until we win the war for the hearts and minds of our people and get back to the people that I know that we are, Brother Rich. Well, you're not being sensitive enough for gender X. And like, I don't know gender X. That concept is new to me. What is it going to be tomorrow, Brother Rich? It's cool for people to marry animals? And that's supposed to be cool. We're supposed to normalize that? Nah, Brother Rich. Come on, bro. No.
Well, I want to thank you once again, Professor Griff, for coming on the program. And I want to give you the opportunity to tell the people what you got coming up, what you got going on, so they can contact you, my brother.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to say thank you very much, Brother Rich, for calling me whenever you call me. Whether it's late night, early in the morning, don't make a difference. If you feel that you want to interview Professor Griff about a particular thing, I'm good. You understand what I'm saying? But people can contact me at 678-557-2919. That's 678-557-2919. Or just hit me up on www.professorgriff.me is the website. www.professorgriff.me. And, of course, my email address is seriousmindsinfo@gmail.com. Make sure y'all check out Soleil's song, The Formula and Pranayama on YouTube. And, Brother Rich, did I sing you my song, bro?
No, you did not, my brother. No, you did
I'll make
not.
sure I get it to you, man. Behind Enemy Minds, I shot the video already, putting out the single within the next couple of weeks, man. I'm going to get it out to you, okay?
Oh, dope, my brother, dope.
My album is entitled Heavy Mental in the Revolutionary Age of Ghetto Metal. I'm bringing the ghetto metal back, man. Making it happen.
I hear that, my brother. That's what's up. So, yeah, make sure y'all go check that out. And also, if your wife wants doesn't mind me posting her video, pranayama, let me know, and I could post it on the channel as well, because I know.
You can. I'm giving you the green light on that, man. I'm acting as the manager right now until she finds one. You understand what I'm saying? So, yes, she did.
Okay, all right. I just didn't want to post it, but it's the video's fire, so it's definitely something that the people need to see, man. But listen, man, thanks again for coming on the show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This is Brother Rich. I guess, or Father Rich, like Redfield said.
Father Rich.
with the living legend himself, Professor Griff. And we signing out, family. We're going to see you next time. Peace.
Peace.